Okay, good afternoon, people. Yeah, just to repeat what I said in yesterday's lecture, quiz 1 is opening this Sunday night. And you have to attempt the quiz within the 1 week. You were given a maximum of 2 attempts. Why is this given from students? So, oh, and test 1 is in week 6, scheduled for week 6. This is week 3. There's a possibility that we'll move test 1 to week 7, because I think Alafua campus, they're having a holiday on the week 6 day. So we might move test 1 in, to week 7. This is very slow. Check if it's the right one. And, okay, yesterday's lecture contents included calculations on hire purchase. I didn't see some of you in the lecture yesterday. Hire purchase, as well as conversion between metric and imperial units. Those were part of a discussion yesterday. Okay, this is correct. Yep. This is a maths class. Really? Okay, so you as well? Wow. Which course is that? Okay. Last week, did you? Oh, because we've been in the last 2 weeks we've been having this class. Did we? Yeah. So I'll check after this, because I remember we. Unfortunately, sorry, gentlemen. Okay. So we are in the right room, eh? We've been having. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, might as well just continue from here. Yeah, so yesterday's lecture included solving high pitches and conversion between metric units and imperial units. So for today, we will move on to calculation of rates, water bills, electricity bills, even car and car rental. And calculation of salary. If we have enough time, then we'll move on to foreign exchange. Yeah, like I said, quiz 1 is opening this Sunday midnight, early Monday morning. And test 1 is scheduled to week 6. We might move it to week 7. This time on Wednesday. So I'm presenting the normal electricity bill for Fiji. So opening balance, the balance is $7.29. Current rate, 34 cents per kilowatt hour. So this is the current rate. This is the electricity usage, 289 kilowatt hours. Yep. So if you have calculated 298 times 0.34. Can someone work that out? 298 times 0.34. $101. Yes. $101.35, eh? And then on top of that bill, because of the electricity usage, Fiji charges 9% VAT. Yeah? So when other services included 18 cents, there's no one joining. Very slow. Yeah, just share. So the total amount that is charged is $101.17. On top of that, Fiji charged 9% VAT. So a user calculator 101.17 times 0.09. 101.17 times 0.09. What does that give us? $9.12, somewhere around that? 11 point something. 9.1? 0.50. Oh, should be 9.11. So somehow they stole from me 1 cent. So in total, adding the $101.17 with the VAT of $9.12, the total amount of electricity bill that I owed in August 12, 2023 was $103. So that's how electricity bill is calculated in Fiji on a certain rate. It's 34 cents per kilowatt hours. Now, this is something similar to, I think, across the region, all over the world, the calculation of electricity bills. Let me just check. Let me stop this. Try that again. This. Okay. Rate and money problems. The table below shows how water rates are calculated. The first 5,000 liters has a certain rate. 4 cents, 0.04 cents per liter. The next 10,000 liters, a rate of 0.06 cents per liter. If water usage is over 15,000 liters, then there is a certain rate to it. So, how much is the water bill for someone who uses 4,600 liters? How much if someone uses 13,900? And how much is the water bill for someone who uses 21,800 liters? Okay. Check. 4,600. Which of these usage does it fall under? The first one, eh? Yes. So that means I use this for 4,600. So do the calculation. 4,600 times 0.04. 184. The unit here is cents, not dollars. 184 cents. So in dollars, what is that equal to? 184 cents. So what is that equal to in dollars? Come on, it should be easy now. Do you know how to use money or not, man? $1.84. Okay? How about if for this family, they use 13,900? Okay. The first 5,000, we use this rate. Now, 13,900, how much is it over 5,000 by? So, 13,900 minus 5,000? What do you get? It should be 8,900. That next 8,900 uses this rate. And 21,000, so that means it's over 15,000. 21,000 minus 800 minus 15,000. So let's have a look. Okay. 4,600, we use the 0.04 cents. Times 0.04 cents is 184 cents or $1.84. Yeah? And next, 10,000, where's 13,900. So we have 5,000, we'll use 0.04 cents. And the amount over 5,000 by is 8,900. We'll use 0.06 cents. So 5,000 times 0.04, and the next 8,900, we'll use 0.06. 734 cents, or in dollars, $7.34. Now, 21,800, the first 5,000 will use 0.04 cents. The next 10,000 will use 0.06 cents. If it's over 15, the amount it's over 15,000 by, we'll use this. So if we split up 21,800, is first 5,000, we'll use 0.04, yeah? Next 10,000, we'll use 0.06. And it is over 15,000 by, 6,800. Can someone check 21,800 minus 15,000? Check. 21,800 minus 15,000. I need to confirm if it's equal to 6,800. Is it? $21,800 minus 15,000 should be 6,800. Check. Okay. So this amount over 15,000 by, we'll use 0.086. So a total of 1,344 cents, or in dollars, $13.44. Now, the calculation might differ from place to place. I do not know. I'll have to check how the water rate in Fiji. I should have brought a sample. It's calculated in Fiji. The same applies to, similar idea applies to electricity bill, and a company hires out trucks. The hiring charges consist of $40 a day, and the company charges 20 cents for every kilometer. And if the vehicle travels more than 200 kilometers, there's another charge for the amount over 200 kilometers, which is 5 cents. So find the charge for hiring a truck 4 days and traveling 180 kilometers. So for 1 day, what's the rate? $40, eh? What's the normal rental rate in Fiji? John, do you know? Cars, I think they're charging $80. Some greedy companies are even charging $120. And the bigger vehicles, $250 a day. They don't normally charge distance, eh? It's on days. But let's say here we're charging days and distances. So, why is it not picking? Because the distance traveled is less than 200, it's 180 kilometers, we'll just use the 20 cents rate. So that means 4 days, 4 times 40, yep, $160. For 180 kilometers, we'll use 20 cents. So 180 times 0.02, $36 for the 180. So the total, we'll add it. 160 plus 36. What does that give us? 196, yes. Okay, what if the hirer uses it for 6 days and the distance travel was 350 kilometers? So what rate do we use for the 6 days? $40. 350 kilometers. Every kilometer, the rate is 20 cents. Now, if the vehicle has traveled over 200, that extra over 200 we charge 5 cents. So has the vehicle traveled over 200? Yes. How much is it over 200 by? How much? So 350 minus 200? So that 150 you use 5 cents. So again, the 350 will still use 20 cents. But an additional of 150 will use 5 cents. So let's calculate. 6 days, how much is that? 6 times 40, 240. And for the 350 kilometers by 20 cents, $70. And that additional of 150, 5 cents, 0.05. $7.50. So the total charged, we'll add them up. What does that give us? It's 300 something. $317.50. Check. $317.50. Now expect this type of question in the test as well. I will give you an idea once I send you the sample test paper. A rental company hires out cars as follows: $25 a day, 12 cents for every kilometer, and for every distance above 300, there's an additional charge of 8 cents a kilometer. If Susan travels 420 kilometers and pays $210, find the number of days. Oh, she had the car. Okay. So, she traveled 420 kilometers. So for every kilometer, what's the rate? 12 cents. Has it gone above 300 kilometers? By how much? 420 minus 300? 120. For that additional 120, 8 cents is useful. Now that is for the distance only. We do not know how many days. We are working backwards. Okay. So, for the full 420 times 12 cents, $50.40. Agree? And for the additional 120 above 300, an additional rate of 8 cents, $9.60. So how much altogether was billed on her for the traveling? We'll add these two. $60. Check, agree? And this $60 was for the distance of 420. Now, how much was she billed altogether? $210. The $210 includes the $60 and the number of days. Do you agree? Let me say that again. The total $210 includes the $60 for the distance and the number of days. Now, we do not know the number of days. That's what we are to calculate. And normally, the 210 is supposed to be higher cost plus travel cost. The travel cost is this, 60. The total cost is 210. We need to work out the higher cost. The higher cost, let's give it X. Oh, let me just calculate it. Let me see. So, 210 equals higher cost plus 60. So, what will the higher cost be equal to? I'll take 60 to this side. What will I do? I'll subtract, 210 minus 60. What is this equal to? $150. That's for the higher cost for the total number of days. Now, one day, the rate is $25. Yeah? We do not know how many days. So, 25 times number of days, let's say days, equals 150. So there is, I'll take the 25 to the other side. Yeah, 150 divided by 25. How many days will there be? 6 days. So Susan used the car for 6 days. Now again, please note the concept being taught and being tested. I can change the question type, but I want you to know and apply the concepts. So this is what we did. Take the 60 to the other side, you subtract 60, and then you divide by 25. So Susan used the vehicle for 6 days. Right, so let's move on. Currency exchange rates. Fiji dollars is $1 to Australian 62 cents. Do you have a Wi-Fi or network? Can you check exchange rate Fiji Australia? Just type it in. If you have exchange rate Fiji Australia. What's the currency exchange rate now? Okay, yeah. One Fiji dollar is right now 68 Australian cents. So if you have 200 Fiji dollars, how much will that be in Australian dollars? If I convert 200 Fiji dollars to Australian, should I get more or less? I mean, this is what happened here? One Fiji dollar is 0.68 Australian dollars. So if I convert 200 Fiji dollars to Australian, should I get more in Australian currency or less? Less, because already one Fijian dollar is less in Australian dollars. So let's check. How many AUD will one receive for FJD 800? So I think we've already discussed on ratios and proportions. FJD to AUD. One is 0.62. Okay. So this is what's asked. This is the exchange rates. So how much will 800 Fiji dollars in AUD? I said we can convert this to division. Equals. You see, the Fiji dollar comes first, eh? So that means the 800 Fiji dollars comes first. 800, let me put X here, because I don't know how much that is in AUD. I'm trying to work out the value in AUD. I think I said we can flip this over. So 0.62 over 1. If I just flip it over. To find X, I'll take 800 to the other side. It was divided by 800, so if I take it to the other side, yeah, X equals 0.62 times 800. What is that equal to? Say that again? 4? 6, how much is point something? Exactly $496. There you go. How many FJD will one receive for 350 AUD? So again, okay, this is what we'll do. We'll still use the same rate, eh? 1 over 0.62 equals. Now what's this? The Fiji dollar comes first. So we do not know the Fiji dollar. Over 350 is the AUD. So how will I find X? Take 350 to the other side, what will I do? I'll multiply 350 to 1. So so X equals 350 divided by 0. What do we get? 500? Yes. So in other words, if I convert $350 AUD to Fiji, you should get more money. And you said 500 something. Yeah. $564.52. Do you agree? Okay. Who's got INA? This came in test 1 last year. Question 6. Water bills in Samoa. Step 1, first 25 cubic meters, 0.45 tala per cubic meter. If over 25 cubic meter, 1.06 tala. And step 3, if it's over 50 meter cubes, 0.29 tala. So, how much is the water bill for some family that uses 62,000 liters? 1 liter is equivalent to, 1,000 liters is equivalent to 1 cubic meter. Oh, let me see, final exam. Question. That was test 1. Question 2, C. Fifita, this is final exam last year. Fifita returns to Tonga from Fiji during her semester break. The current exchange rate is 0.95 Fiji dollars to 1 Tongan paanga. She has $550 and is willing to exchange the currency to Tongan paanga. Calculate how much paanga will she receive with what she has. Now the exchange rate is 0.95 Fiji dollars is equivalent to 1 paanga. She has 550 Fiji dollars. If she converts it to paanga, will she get more than 550 or less? What do you think? 0.95 Fijian dollars, $1 per annum. So 550 Fiji dollars. Will she get more in tonne per annum or less than 550? She'll get more. Eh? So concept is being tested. That was tested in the final exam last year. And then let's move on to the next topic before we finish. Okay, this is a calculation of salary. Julie makes $2.50 an hour for a 40-hour week of work. Time and a half for hours more than 40, that's if Julie worked overtime during the week. Overtime means more than 40. And then if she worked on Sunday, she's entitled double time. Okay. That is her wage for time and a half, that's for overtime, and double time if she works on Sunday. Now the normal rate is $2.50 per hour for normal 40 hours of days of work. So how do we calculate time and a half for overtime and double time for Sunday? This is what we'll do. For time and a half, overtime, we'll multiply 2.50 by 1.5. Double time for Sunday, 2.50 times double, 2. So if we do that, time and a half, that means 1.5 time of normal time. So $2.50 times 1.5. So for overtime, she gets paid $3.75 for every hour overtime. If she works on Sunday, that's double time. 2 times the normal rate. So 2 times $2.50. That's if she works on Sunday. So every hour she works on Sunday, she gets that rate. So how much would she get on a normal 40 hours of work? The normal 40 hours, she'll use the $2.50 normal rate. 45 hours. How much is this overtime by? 45 minus 40. 5 hours. So in the first 40 hours, she'll use the normal rate, $2.50. In the overtime of 5 hours, she'll use the $3.75. Here, normal 40 hours, $2.50. Overtime of 2 hours, $3.75. 3 hours on Sunday, she'll use the double time rate of $5. So normally she gets every week $100 for the 40 hours. She worked overtime, so in the 45 hours, the first 40 hours, she gets $2.50 an hour. And the overtime of 5 hours uses time and a half. $3.75. I need someone to check $18.75. 3.75 times 5. Check. Yes? So altogether for the 45 hours she worked in the week, she collects a paycheck of $118.75. Now if she works overtime and on Sunday again, the 40 hours she uses $2.50. Overtime of 2 hours, $3.75. And Sunday she uses double time. $122.50. Okay, let me just. See if you can solve this. A certain company in Tuvalu offers a normal rate of $4.50 an hour for 40 hours a week, time and a half for hours worked beyond 40 hours, and double time rate on Saturdays and Sundays. Part 1, calculate the time and a half rate and double time rate offered by the company. Part 2, calculate the total amount earned by Lupetti if he works 47 hours in a week and 8 hours on a Saturday for that company. Okay, I give you 2 minutes. See if you can solve this. Time and a half rate, double time. Yeah. Time and a half, how do you calculate the rate? What's the normal rate? $4.50. So if you have to calculate time and a half, how do you do that? $4.50 times 1.5, eh?